Hey sportsman, John Bergsman here from Johnson Outdoors, Johnson Great Outdoors here in Whitehall. And we've got an awesome lineup of great reports today. At the end, we're going to end right here with a greater Muskegon. We're going to talk about the Big Lake. We're going to talk about great bass fishing here in White Lake and Muskegon Lake, and also the river fishing that's going on. So we got another 6 great reports here from Johnson's Great Outdoors. Hey, first report of the day. It's my personal report. Just this last Friday, I was over in Lorain, Ohio, just putzing around, filming a show, getting some spoon fish on my Dreamweaver minis and full-size spoons. And you want to know what? Fishing all the way from basically Port Clinton, Ohio, as far as you want to go to Cleveland, is lights out right now. We launched at Lorain because it's a launch I'm familiar with, at the hot water launch there. But guess what? The fish are so close to shore. I mean, you can literally be a mile offshore, 26, 27 feet of water, and just start trolling and just kind of slow work your way out, almost like salmon fishing, where you're just kind of increasing your depth all the way. The fish are stacked between 15 and 20 down. You also have a good supply of those non-feeding bottom fish. So throughout the day, different groups of fish are rising up. We caught all of our fish that day on Dreamweaver full-size spoons in purple. We also used a lot of the minis. One of our whole side of our boat was mini spoons, and we caught those on the copperback minis. Anything with purple or mixed veggies in gold or copperback was just lights out. So the Dreamweaver minis, we pulled them on #1 tadpoles, and here's the set, guys, 55 to 80. So 55, 65, 75, those were the 3 best sets for catching them. We pulled them on inline, our regular offshore inline boards, and we were going about 2.1 mile an hour. And that basically puts you in that zone, maybe 18 to 20 down. That's the critical zone for catching the fish. So 2.1 with copper and brightly purple colored Dreamweaver full-size spoons and mini spoons on #1 tadpoles. Now, obviously, you can run bandits out there. You can probably run a lot of different baits. We were just trying to really see how many fish we could catch with a good spoon presentation. We caught about 45 keepers in 6 hours, so that's a really good day. And so basically, just you got to get your boat, you got to get down to somewhere on that Lake Erie shoreline on a reasonably calm day. When you get a south or a southwest wind, you can just light it up.
Make loading and unloading your boat easy with the Drotto Catch and Release Automatic Boat Latch. Load with ease. Simply drive on the trailer and the Drotto will automatically latch to your bow eye. A hard plastic liner protects your boat. For launching, back your boat in, pull the release lever, and away you go. For roller or bunk trailers, the Drotto is quick and easy to install and works with most V-hull boats. Spend less time at the landing and more time fishing. The Drotto Catch and Release Automatic Boat Latch. Online at DrottoProducts.com.
So we've got a couple of charter captain people from the Monroe area. We're working the Monroe area right now. We got Captain Nick Dude from Real Live Action Sport Fishing and Brian Beist from To Be Caught Charters. Those are 2 guys that are Grand Rapids-based guides that are consistently working the weekend there at Monroe, and they tell me the fishing last week again was just stupid. Nothing short of stupid. So we got fishing going on in about 21 to 26 feet of water right out of Sterling State Park. Captain Nick is pulling live bait rigs, so crawler harnesses. He's using them on #1 tadpoles, 15 to 30 back, going 1 to 1-3. That's the setup. So 15 to 30 feet back, make a spread of 15, 20, 25, 30. Put them on your offshore inline board, send them out with live night crawlers on your meat rigs. You can also integrate like a Wyandotte worm in a brightly colored Wyandotte worm. Listen, the bite is so hot right now, the plastic is catching lots of fish as long as you have a treble hook on the back of your spinner rig, especially when you're not close to the bottom as well. That's the ones I would run, maybe the little higher baits, because you won't run into any problems with coming in contact with the bottom and getting zebra mussels. So if you're looking for something different, coordinate that color of Wyandotte worms with your blade color. if you're running purples, then run like maybe the Purple Fire Wyandotte worm. That's a really good color for when you're crank or crawler harness fishing there in Monroe. Now, Brian Beist tells me that whether you're pulling crankbaits, meat, or spoons, you're just catching lots of fish. He's fishing that same general area. There's just a ton of fish from there to the Toledo Light in that mid-20s of water depth. So again, Sterling State Park, if you're going to launch on the weekend, I'm going to tell you to get there at 5 o'clock in the morning because it turns into literally a certifiable zoo getting in and out of that launch. So if you've got other options for launching, maybe up or down lake of that, might be a good idea. That launch has been extremely busy, but there's a reason for it, and it's because the fish are biting big time.
Midwest Steel Carports is Michigan's premier steel building manufacturer. We manufacture and install custom steel buildings throughout Michigan. Our engineer-certified steel buildings are fully tailored to fit your every need, and our up to 40-year warranty protects your investment. From residential storage sheds to commercial warehouses, let our team work with you to find your ideal building. For more information and pricing, visit MidwestSteelCarports.com.
So, hey, we got Captain Gene Curvin from Calypso Sport Fishing up in Tawas, and he's given us a great report saying that the whole Tawas shoreline, basically from Tawas north towards Oscoda, is just filled up with great big Lakers. He's not catching little Lakers. He's starting to catch, double-digit Lakers, 8 to 12 pounders consistently. And when you eat them fresh from that cold Lake Huron water, they're actually pretty good. I've had a couple recipes this year with Lakers that were cut up and cooked the same day, and to be honest, they were pretty awesome. I've also had some great smoked lake trout. That was good too. But Captain Gene tells me that the fish are right now between 80 and 100 foot first thing in the morning, and they might slide out to 100 to 120 in the afternoons. Now, you can catch them on a variety of different baits. Obviously, traditional salmon trolling methods are going to work the best, which is a combination of downriggers and 107 Dreamweaver divers or 124s, and setting a spread of those. You're going to want to try to target fish in the mid-depths towards the bottom. The upper half of the column hasn't been that productive, but the lower half of the column's been very productive. So if you're in 100, you're going to start by wanting to set your divers to target that 55, and maybe you're outside your high, run that at 55, your low, run it at 65, get your downrigger close to maybe 20 feet off the bottom, run it with a big number 8 paddle, some sort of attractor to get those fish into your set. That's one of the biggest tips I can give you guys. When you're fishing out there for lake trout, you're going to want to run some sort of an attractor in the center of your set, usually on one of your riggers. And what that does is, even if they come in and don't hit the attractor bait, it brings them into your boat and gets them into your set, where a lot of times as they slide out, they'll run into your diver, and the diver might be the thing that catches them. Or if you're running coppers, maybe 200 coppers, which is going to go down about 45 feet, the coppers might catch them. But whatever you're doing, you've got to try that east shore from north of Saginaw Bay up towards Oscoda. That greater Tawas area has got some awesome fishing going on. If you're looking for a great charter, give Captain Gene a call from Calypso Sport Fishing.
Don't spend another season breaking your back using 5-gallon gas cans to fuel your toys. The Flo-Fast portable fluid transfer system is your solution. A great tool for fueling your ATVs, snowmobile, boat, garden tractor, and more. Flo-Fast eliminates gas sloshing on you and your machines, plus works in reverse to pull unused fuel from your equipment at the end of each season. The pump transfers from container to container in seconds and moves up to 8 gallons a minute. Log on to flofast.com for a dealer near you.
So next stop of the day, hey, it's one of our longest running charter captains, Captain Steve from Chum Bucket Charters up in Alpena. And as you see these pictures running across the screen, you know exactly why Steve is one of the most successful charter captains here in Michigan. It's because he catches fish. Day in and day out, he catches fish. Lots of fish, big fish, a variety of fish, from Lakers to steelhead to Atlantic to coho. Heck, he even threw a king in the boat this week. So Alpena is growing great guns right now. Just outside of the deep side of Thunder Bay, Rockport, and up to Presque Isle. He's been picking those 3 areas to fish, depending on what people want or depending on the wind direction. And his sets have been super simple, guys, so listen up. He's running a combination of 3 per side on coppers. So he's running a 50, a 125, and a 200. He's running one of each of those in that order on each side of the boat. And then, of course, he's going ahead and setting 1 diver on each side of the boat and 1 rigger on each side of the boat. So the coppers are doing the jobs catching the higher fish, and he's using the divers and the riggers to target the bottom fish. Now, the best spoons have been Dreamweaver Super Slims. Mixed Veggies has been really good. Spotted Leopard has been really good. Basically, anything that's kind of a goldish, orangish color has been really good. Wrecking Ball has been a super good color this year for those guys up there as well. So if you're looking Goldilocks, I'm just trying to name all the different spoon colors. I'm standing in front of a whole display of them right here. But the Super Slims on Northern Lake Huron, basically from probably Tawas all the way to Mackinac Island, seem to be the ticket. They catch just a ton of fish day in and day out. If you're looking to just get up there and get out with Steve as a family group or on a little part of a vacation up to the Straits area, give Steve a call. Chum Bucket Charters.
Why Lakeside Motor Sports and Nelson Speed Shop for your outdoor fun adventure? Michigan's Pontoon Superstore. Motorcycles, both street and dirt. Outboard and inboards, UTVs, ATVs, fishing boats, golf carts, trailers, generators, lawnmowers, both zero turn and push behind. From over 36 name brand manufacturers. And a top-notch service department with a state-of-the-art service facility. Why would you go anywhere else? For any kind of outdoor fun and adventure, we got it, so come get it. Your summer fun begins at Lakeside Motorsports and Nelson Speed Shop.
So, hey, we're going to slide across the strait to the Traverse City region. Now, obviously, when you guys see this, we're going to be in the midst of the second day of a big cold front on Wednesday. And so that's probably blown some of the captains off the lake for Tuesday and Wednesday. And I understand it completely. The winds, even on Thursday, are still going to be up around 25 miles an hour. So it gives these guys a few days off. But the second they get back to fishing, let me tell you, the fishing up in the Traverse City region has been awesome. So Captain Tony from up north Smallmouth Charters tells me that the fishing on the bay should pick up now that this big blow came in. He had been battling a little bit of mayfly hatches going on, and this big blow should stop that from happening, and it should get the smallmouth on the bay really triggered and biting well again. Now, if you're looking for inland lake fishing, Captain Greg Alsip from Leelanau Narrows Resort runs a really good charter business there on Leelanau Lake for combinations of walleye or smallmouth bass. You know, he's been up there his whole life, so he can basically take you to catch those 2 species with really good regularity. He loves to catch the walleye, so that's kind of his target. He also tells me that the fish up in Leland, the big lakers, are biting up in the Leland area too. Greg runs a big bait store up there as well, seasonally. So also another option for you is Captain Bob Hines. Bob Hines has been out salmon trolling and doing really well prior to the blow. He was catching some nice king salmon in the local greater Traverse City area, but he's also a really, really awesome lake trout jigger. So when that bays calm down and the winds settle out, you can give Bob a call and you can either take a trolling trip with him or he can take you into the bays on those calmer days and do some vertical jigging for those really good Traverse City lake trout. So give any of these 3 guys a call. The Traverse City region is super diverse. There's so much to do. It's an awesome place to come and visit, especially if you're a fisherman.
Here's our RWLT 100. This is our bracket, universal bracket for putting our hand liner reels on here, for putting our barbecue grills on here, for putting our fish cleaning stations on here. Just has our lift and turn knuckle system in here, so this is just real easy. It just lifts and turns parallel with the gunnel wall, or it'll come all the way inside the boat, so when we're docking, doesn't hit the side, doesn't hit any dock posts or interfere with anything. It's right back inside the boat. So really simple, but super strong, all machined aluminum. Be able to fish over the side of the boat and get everything right back inside.
So, hey guys, we're here, like I said, at the stop of the show here at Johnson's Great Outdoors in Whitehall. Now, this is a really, really important store to the local community because these lakeshore communities really need stores that understand the lakeshore, whether it's inland lake fishing, river fishing, or Great Lakes fishing. There's so much diversity on these lakeshore communities. You need a really good bait shop that's experienced in telling you what to do and where to go. So we got a lot of different bites going on right now in lakeshore communities, specifically here out of Whitehall. We've got White Lake and Muskegon Lake. Those two lakes are prolific bass fishing lakes. And in the fall, as the season progresses, that will really turn on into walleye fishing and trolling as well, but we'll touch on that on a later report. Right now, it's bass and bluegill fishing going on the two inland lakes. Now, if you're looking for something unique, how about stream smallmouth fishing, pike fishing, just mixed bag fishing here on the Muskegon River, all the way up basically to Manistee. Any of these small rivers like the Little Manistee, the Pine, or here in Muskegon, the Muskegon River, are going to have really good catchable populations of smallmouth bass, northern pike, and other summer game fish, even native trout. So how you doing it? Well, they're casting Ned rigs, they're casting topwaters, they're casting little Rapala twitch baits, they're casting even spinners. There's lots of different ways to catch these fish. And one of the best things about it is these fish are not overfished. They're not overpressured. So unless you're in the midst of a massive cold front or just ripping winds, you can usually go out with a local guide and you can enjoy a great trip here on the water. Now here at Johnson's Great Outdoors, they've got Micaiah Gould. He is a local charter captain who works right here out of the store. He can get you out on the river. He's got an awesome equipment. I'm actually going to try to join him here in the next week or 10 days to get out there so we can come back, show you some live pictures of what we're talking about. We just got done. If you're looking for more information, we just wrote an article on stream smallmouth fishing, Captain Eric Richards did, and that's in this month's issue of Woods and Waters Outdoor News. But I'll tell you what, when it comes to Great Lakes fishing, although a lot of people don't think there's kings out there, here in front of Whitehall, they have maintained some spotty action. I'm not going to tell you it's gangbusters, but I know lake trout are available. But if you start in the morning at maybe 120 and fish for the first couple hours and then slide it out to 200 feet, you still got an opportunity to hook up with some silverfish, whether it's kings, coho, or steelhead. So there's always going to be the ever-present lake trout. So just keep your lines down. If you keep a couple close to the bottom, you should be able to encounter those. But whatever you do, Michigan is an awesome place to fish. And these communities we've talked about, they're awesome places to visit as well. So hey, join us here in Michigan and join us here on the water. And thanks for joining us on this week's Hot Bites Fishing Report.